to the young people of North Korea who have been reduced to cannon fodder. You are now forced into the clutches of death on faraway Russian soil. I write to you with a heavy heart, aware of the preciousness of each of your lives, now hanging by a thread. You find yourselves at the crossroads of life and death on Russia's brutal battlefield, a place where language barriers and foreign dangers encircle you. For so long, you have lived under the grip of the North Korean regime, deceived and isolated from the world. Though you are, in reality, youth of a peaceful and culturally rich Korea, you have been led astray by threats and forced propaganda, enduring lives more deprived than those in the world's poorest nations. Your identity as Koreans has been denied. Your freedom and humanity have been obliterated against your will. You have been dragged to the edge of death. The North Korean authorities have deployed you not as soldiers, but as instruments of foreign revenue, human shields in Russia's war for profit. Tragically, you are set to replace Russian soldiers on the front lines, where 1,300 lives are lost each day to relentless missile and drone attacks. In these vast open fields, stripped of control over your destiny, you are under Russian command, sent into perilous situations with only the slimmest chance of survival. If you wish to survive in this senseless, horrific war as cannon fodder, then you must unite, pooling your wisdom and strength. Avoid being hurried into open field, vulnerable to attacks. Instead, seek refuge in nearby towns or mountainous areas. Do not be led into certain death. As the Korean proverb says, together we survive, divide we perish. If you stand together, there is still hope for survival. Before becoming mere sacrifices for a dictator who has sent you to the battlefield as a cannon fodder, seek a way to surrender together or escape to a free world. Your lives are in grave danger. You were sent to the front lines not to protect your country, but to face certain death, as your exposure to freedom is a threat to their regime. You are not defending a cause, you are being led to massacre. The only way to overcome this crisis is through unity. Stand together with one heart and one spirit. Avoid combat, protect each other, and seek a path to safety by surrendering. If captured, You will be treated according to international laws, and once the war ends, you may have a chance to return to a free Korea. 74 years have passed since the Korean peninsula was divided by North Korea's invasion in 1950. Through the passage of time, you remain indisputably the descendants of the great cultural and economic power that is South Korea. You are the youth of Korea, endowed with life and liberty. It is time to end this suffering and return to a homeland that values dignity and human rights. South Korea, your motherland, a nation of freedom and human rights, awaits you. Even amidst this peril, be wise and vigilant. Choose life, freedom, and hope by refusing to fight and opting to surrender. As prisoners, you can survive this reckless war, and when it ends, return to your homeland. To our brothers and sisters in North Korea, we are one people. Despite the deprivation of freedom and the years spent under oppression and deceit, you share the same history and ancestors with us. I have never once forgotten my compatriots in the North, suffering under communism's iron grip. Over 50 years have passed since my own grandfather, who led an anti-communist party, was abducted and killed during the Korean War. Let there never again be a tragic war of fratricide where we aim our weapons at each other, driven by foreign ideologies. In your veins flows the DNA of wise and noble ancestors. You are not cannon fodder, you are cherished youth of Korea. Now is the time for choices and opportunities. It is time to return as citizens of a free and prosperous Korea. Stand up for your freedom and refuse to be used as human shields in Russia's horrific war. Instead of serving as cannon fodder, become warriors for a united Korea. Embrace life as citizens of South Korea, embodying the spirit of Hongik-Ingan to bring benefit to all humankind. Let this crisis be your turning point, an opportunity to transform and stand as young Koreans who will enrich humanity. You have been reduced to mere tools for foreign revenue, standing at the crossroads of death by the North Korean regime. Seize this opportunity wisely. Raise a white flag and surrender. As prisoners of war, you will be protected under international law, And once the conflict ends, you will be able to return to freedom. Your homeland, South Korea, which values freedom and human rights, is waiting for you. I pray that all young North Koreans and our compatriots will one day be reunited in life. I hold hope and pray fervently for your safe return to a free Korea. Love and peace be with you.